This is Eagle News, Washington, D.C. I am Rose Papa Angeles. Book writers and book lovers connect at the Los Angeles Times Festival of Books. EBC's very own Eva and Alan Basayahe get to talk to some authors and fans during this literary get-together. Take a look.
For 2 days, the University of Southern California hosts the Los Angeles Times Festival of Books.
This event will draw in an anticipated 150,000 people. And aside from the obvious celebration of reading, there will also be music, food, and activities for guests of all ages. Since 1996, the Festival of Books has been connecting readers with the women and men responsible for creating cherished works of literature.
Eager fans wait in line for the opportunity to meet authors and to get their book signed.
So, who did you meet today?
I met Shay Earnshaw. I think it's really cool to meet someone who's really into writing, that in person it gives a kind of special feel to the book. Going into a different world, not just your own, kind of shows that it's not all about you and gives you a new perspective.
I've met a lot of authors, but two that I just met right now were Shay Earnshaw and then Maureen Johnson. And it's always nice after you read their books to get to meet them and kind of find out why they wrote the books. So literacy is very important. It provides kids with all the foundational skills they'll need in life. And for most kids, it just gives them an outlet. Takes them to another world that they might not be able to visit, but they can go there through books.
Exhibits just like this one are scattered all across the USC campus. Visitors get a chance to flex their mental muscle as they try to solve this crossword puzzle.
Over 400 booths and stages added to the variety of the festival. Celebrities like Vivica A. Fox were on the main stage talking about their books and experiences. The USC Schools of Medicine, Pharmacology, Dentistry, and other health-related disciplines offered free medical screenings, exams, and services. There were cooking demonstrations, poetry readings, stages for news stories, interactive adventures like the National Geographic Space Projection Helmet and Betty Wolf's Raw Space Chamber.
We're here today because Betty Wolf created her album Raw Space as a virtual reality experience. So they went to Bell Labs in New Jersey, created the album, and you get to basically, instead of bringing Bell Labs over here, we brought this little chamber for you to experience what she created as a live experience.
There were also performances for guests to watch, and where kids could get up and move.
Do you like to read? And if so, what do you like to read?
I basically like the Who Was books, like Who Was Walt Disney. That's my favorite one because I'm a big, when I say big, I mean huge Disney fan.
How about you, Conan? What are some things you like to read?
I mostly like to read Diary of a Wimpy. Kid books, I recommend reading The Getaway. It's really fun.
From book signings to on-stage question and answer panels, authors talked about their festival experience and allowed the public a glimpse of what moves and inspires them.
I think a good book sort of broadens your perspective. It's easy to think that the only way to connect with people is on Twitter or on Instagram, but I think there's a connection that can be made by reading stories and really investing in that. For me, it's just I have a story that I have to get out on the page, and it is also a way for me to really sort of sit down and connect with characters and feel like I'm getting to express something into the world, and so for me, it's my therapy.
If you're a writer, you always know if you're a writer. You find yourself writing, and you find yourself using that as a means to clarify and express the observations that you've made and the discoveries that you've made and the questions that you have, because you very rarely have any answers, but at least you have some good questions.
Recently, the entire nation received the sobering news that the First Lady of Literacy, Mrs. Barbara Bush, passed away at the age of 92.
An avid reader and a stout advocate for literacy, Mrs. Bush was known for her quick wit, sharp candor, and brilliant advice.
How fitting is it then that here, at a festival of books, we close our report with one of her pearls of wisdom, and I quote, "If you help a person to read, then their opportunities in life will be endless." Reporting from Los Angeles, California for Eagle News, I'm Alan.
I'm Eva, and we are 1 with 25.
If I were to meet my favorite author, Nicholas Sparks, I would ask him to sign my copy of The Notebook. That is today's Eagle News, Washington, D.C. Join us tomorrow for stories that matter to you. Visit our website at Eaglenews.PH and EagleNewsLive.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/EagleNewsPH. Thank you for watching. I am Rose Papa Angeles, and I am 1 with 25.